All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Clockwork Nexus, where it is Tuesday. And no, we're not here for Midnight City Royale. No, we are here for Uncharted, which we usually do on Mondays. But the Selkies, with the weird weather they're having down in their part of the US of A, almost got blown away last night. But tonight, the weather is good. So we decided, hey, most of us are still available, so let's do this shit. So that's
Have you
what we're doing.
ever sat or watched tornado driven areas and there's that one house that just looks completely untouched, but everything around it is completely destroyed?
Is that you guys?
That was us.
Yeah.
100%. Somehow,
Legit.
if you look a block in either direction, there's downed trees, there's power lines that are being impacted. My work had 4 trees down in the middle of the road, and we said, hey, we're going to lose internet last night. And we did for a little bit, don't get me wrong. But our one little 4-house area, absolutely perfect.
Well, we are
what
very
even was
thankful
this
for that.
storm?
And on a side note, back scratchers are like one of the greatest inventions of all time. Just saying. They are fucking wonderful.
They're pretty far up there.
But anyway, so yes, we are here for Uncharted, and usually we throw it to Danielle to give a recap because she is contractually obligated to do so, but because I am feeling so magnanimous and so wonderful, I am going to give her a little bit of a reprieve. Also, because that it was talked about, discussed as a group, and chosen that we're going to get out of the cave that they have been in for what feels like 83 episodes. Even though it's really only been 6, but still that's about 4 too many. So
That's 2 months real life time, dude.
right. But so you guys defeated the hag. You guys freed the children.
We did not defeat the hag. You did not let me attack the hag. She warped away.
One
It is
round.
now
Oh, you're right.
I
But
see
either
no
way,
rope mission to stick my sword into the hag's heart.
well, she did nope the fuck out of there. And after you guys waited a few days to see if she was going to come back, there's no hide no hair of her. She is just gone.
And what about
You
the
guys
town?
informed the
okay?
townspeople that are all now back to normal. They are not statues. They are not all of them are dead. Some of them are dead. Can't save everybody, but you did save the majority of them. Now that they're knowing what they're doing with, you guys did reach out back to the capital of Randosa to say, hey, there's a hag problem here. And some units were dispatched to take care of it if they do come back and to check out the caves. In the meantime, you guys got a couple days rest. You guys got a chance to talk about what was happening next. You guys have a whole bunch of questions to you, and one of the town elders said, he told you that there used to be some time ago, back when he was a young whippersnapper, a great library that was taken care of by a bunch of them mage type folks up in the town of Ettermel, which is Ettermel. And Ettermel was a famous silver mine for a time, that did end up drying out. So the people that are still there in the town are kind of diehards, refuse to leave. What was in town of a couple thousand is now maybe a couple dozen. from what you guys know. But it is further up to the north, closer to the border. And to gently railroad you in the direction that you guys all agreed to go. You guys did decide to head up there. And that's where we will pick up on is you guys about half a day's ride out from the town of Ettermel. So you guys are kind of out in the wilds. There's trails and stuff that you guys are following. The town did give you guys some horses and stuff. I don't know if you guys had horses before. Did you guys have horses before? I don't remember.
I think we did, yeah.
Or did you have a cart? I don't remember.
We
guys
had-
spent so long in that cave. I don't remember.
I seem to recall Draz having like a draft horse, didn't he? Because he's a biggin.
We had horses when we were heading to the town with the hags.
See, there we
No,
go.
then there you go. You guys got your horses.
Oh yeah,
None of,
I
none
remember
of
that.
them were eaten by the giant spiders that tried to attack you beforehand. Because nothing is more terrifying to do to a 6-foot spider than to make it be able to fly. So, you know, that's cool.
Jerk.
I just bring my own nightmares into the campaign because that would be fucking awful. Above table, Chief is never going to go to Australia. Never, not once. Because that's where huntsmen's live, and I will never, ever, ever see one of those in person. But anyway.
To be
I
fair,
Word.
unless we find another one, Senor Friar does not have a horse.
Yes, he does not.
But for
Then-
everybody else, I threw a draft horse and enough horses for the rest of the party members.
Then
in
I will
the
say,
party equipment.
to stay in character, Friar Nightgrace was given a donkey.
Is his name Dominic?
Excellent.
Oh, I was just gonna suggest he takes my horse and Sorsha would ride with Thevir because of her mood.
Oh.
I would never dream of taking someone else's horse when I can have my own ride. Come, steed.
Even as he says
You know
that,
what? You know what?
Sorsha will just sort of shrug, sort of pat her horse, how they do in those like super outlaw southern movies and TV shows, and she will get on Thevir's horse right behind him and sort of wrap her arms around him and just really snuggle in. Are you ready, love?
Above table before I respond. For book reasons and book reasons only, can Friar's donkey be an old sway-backed albino donkey?
No, because I changed my mind because I realized there's only one steed to give Friar Nightgrace, and that is that he will be bestowed with the honor
Is it Lady Marshmallow?
I
of
don't know
Lady
if that's one.
Marshmallow.
Is that really the time for Lady Marshmallow?
Yes,
there
it
are
is.
other opportunities for Lady Marshmallow.
There's
No,
never
Lady
not
Marshmallow can
Lady
be.
Marshmallow.
Yes. Well, the gods will grace me with a fine steed. And then Lady Marshmallow shows
And
up.
it becomes
Indeed.
a poofy llama that prances everywhere.
Ah, see, the gods provide. Come, friends, let's go.
So while everybody else is riding these rugged, war-ready horses that look kind of tough and, you know, rugged for the road, like they've lived a good, hard life and that they've enjoyed a good, hard life, then there comes prancing in Lady Marshmallow.
With a cat,
The
proudly
cat
On
perched upon her.
proud for the gods have given the cat this fine marshmallow.
All right. So, and before I throw it to you guys to RP your guys' approach into the town, Xavier, you sense attuning to the box, you have noticed that there's just kind of this warmth that kind of seems to be emanating in your palm a little bit. Just kind of, just warm enough for you to be able to feel it. And as you look, you see the faintest of lines, arcane lines, is etched, that symbol in which I messaged you with my supreme artistic skills of something that I drew in a notebook on my lunch break. Because the vision actually was my morning break, not my lunch break, because lunch break is far now. But
this keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. But it was supremely drawn, I have to say. Like, it's just chef's kiss. But yeah, that symbol is etched into your hand, and the closer you get to Ettermel, the warmer it's getting and the more defined it is growing.
You describing it as a warmth wants me, like, I want to make a Barney Stinson away game joke, but I feel like I should refrain.
All right. So with that, I will throw it to you guys to have whatever conversations you guys want to have before you guys get into town. Or we can just fast forward into town. It's up to you.
Kina would have been going to everyone and just like, okay, what is this, like, this princess stuff? I don't know the histories of this world. And like, assuming that she's really got nothing concrete, especially from V. She's just like, why is he calling you a princess? And V is just like, I don't know. And then walks away in typical V fashion. So I'm just like, okay. Can I also say that I have like a bale of like wheat or barley or something in my room in the tent that I have I've been doing a little bit of a test just to be safe. I'm waiting for the results of that to come back. And I
don't remember what you said last time, but you know the results, so
So I know above table the results, but does Kina know in game the results yet?
I would say if you've been traveling for a few days, yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if it's been a few days, am I still in this mood for a fun
Yes, because it's funny.
Okay.
This time you used your dragon mark, and the mood seems to be persisting just a little bit longer.
Oh, I have something else I would like to do. We all set out in the morning, I would gather us around with like our morning tea and ritual cast fairy toast. So as a ritual, it's not going to use.
Did you say fairy toast?
I did indeed say that. It is a spell from Book of Ebon Tides.
Sure. Awesome.
And I would like to do the specific toast of husbandry, which means for the duration, each of the participants can communicate with beasts as though they share a language, though they gain no magical ability to influence them. Again, I ritual cast this, so no spell slot used, and this effect lasts for 8 hours.
Sure. I support it.
Okay.
Also,
So,
since the DM has ruled that the mood lasts, Thevir would not be very well kempt anymore. You would notice a very tired, very exhausted, worn out, worn down, spicy nope rope of a wizard.
I'm going to just lean over to Jeffrey, because Jeffrey is just kind of like permanently riding with me right now, unless he goes to Sorsha, but I feel like Jeffrey is avoiding them right now. And I'm just like, he does not look happy this morning.
Have you guys played Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes.
That house scene, the spicy one, where the squirrel is like, That would be Jeffrey if he was with Sorsha and Thevir. Just saying.
He
Also-
decided to go to your guys' room that night and then immediately walked out into Keena's
Is
room.
that the possum?
I don't want to go back.
The possum. No, the possum would come back and be like, I don't know. That seemed to be getting in kind of a fight. Like they were kind of wrestling around. Nobody was wearing any clothes. It was weird.
Also, not to gainsay you, Danielle, while unkempt, Thevir would look extremely happy, just
Okay.
extremely tired.
Fair.
So the darkest bags under his eyes, but the biggest smile. Who needs sleep?
Who needs sleep indeed?
Wait,
But
I have
more
a question.
importantly, we all can understand Jeffrey now.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
Never mind. I lost it. I heard a stupid noise outside and it freaked me out. So never mind.
It was one of those giant beetle things that's trying to get into your house.
Don't mention the giant beetles, the red wasps, the pine roaches, or the ants.
The pine roaches. That's not a bug, it's a roommate.
Yeah, one that dies.
Anyway, they're so nasty. Anywho.
Draz is gonna hand Thevir some jerky and say, "You need your protein, buddy."
You got an electrolyte drink? You would notice that, like, this air of superiority that he normally has is just gone. His accent is very muted. He is just struggling to stay awake. But he would gladly accept the jerky and maybe a little bit of prune juice.
It is a warrior's drink.
Upon seeing how tired Thevir is, Sorsha would absolutely like. Maybe the DM's gonna make me roll for it. Maybe he won't. I don't know. It depends on his mood. But she'll do like a frog hop over Thevir so that she's the one with the reins of the horse, and that Thevir's arms
Absolutely,
around
you will
her.
have to make an acrobatics check for
What?
that.
Cool. Fine.
Yes.
This is fine. This is not at all the role that killed me in one D&D campaign. This is fine. This is totally fine.
This is how Sorsha dies.
This is how
Not
Sorsha dies.
being eaten by a T-Rex, but by sticking a
Um,
leapfrog over her husband.
21.
21?
I rolled a 19 and I have a +2 to acrobatics.
Beautiful. You successfully leapfrog your husband.
Yay.
And having ridden a horse and knowing what's in the front of the saddle, maybe a little uncomfortable for a minute. But
So,
I'll say that you guys kind of adjust back into.
Well, yeah. Obviously, Sorsha's the passenger princess when they travel. So, like,
Yeah.
she's just like, oh no, he's tired and exhausted, but I have to do the thing.
so above table, I think we should make it canonical that V saw how they were acting and voluntarily went into the sleep bag.
Yeah.
That is so valid. That is so valid. Your guys' displays of public affection caused her to be physically ill. And she said, fuck this. I'm going in the bag. And
I'm just saying there was nothing noble about what was happening,
yeah,
but I can definitely understand that sending V into the sleeping bag.
I just see this thing, this scene playing out of like, I hope nobody hurt us, and everybody looking at you in the morning, giving you looks that says they 100% did. Everybody's too polite to say anything.
Yeah, V is not too polite though.
V
Not
is
to bring
walking around
another
with cotton
TV
in her
show
ears.
into this, but does anybody remember the Sokka and Suki scene, realizing that Toph was in the camp with them? And she probably did not get any sleep that night.
That is, yo.
And this is now the rest of the party.
No, whenever things happen that Tosh does not want to know, Tosh is probably just like, somebody make me a hammock.
Bring me a hammock, please. All right. So anyway, so with all this being said, you guys are now riding into this. I mean, it's still up in the woods, so it's still, kind of a Northwoods type mining town, but kind of Northwoods meets the Wild West, kind of dusty. You can see where the mine is all boarded up, and you see multiple what would have been shafts going into it are all boarded up, and that whole half of the town is just empty as empty can get. And looking down the other, kind of because it comes to a little bit of a V like that, mine's off this way. Off this way, you look down that street and you see a couple people walking around, but definitely not enough to say that this town is like it's barely quantified as inhabited.
So it's like not Dawn Star, Winterhold.
Yeah.
Except
throwing it into Skyrim, yeah.
All right.
But kind of right there at the tip of the V, there is a large sign that does say the Rusty Hangar Inn.
I'm going to go secure us rooms. I will be back. I'm going to go secure us rooms.
Okay. So you walk in and you see a couple guys that, even in the wooden chairs, you can tell their ass imprint is like ingrained into the wood at this point. That's how regular they are there. Like one of them, you're fairly certain they haven't moved in at least a year. That's just where he lives now. And
Xavier would stumble into the edge of the bar, find the first open bar stool, and just start snapping and saying, "Coffee, tea, something with some caffeine, please."
So at this, you see a large gray-skinned individual, completely bald. He looks kind of muscular, but like he was ripped at one point long ago, but now he's kind of got a little bit of the dad bod going on. And he kind of sees you and he just says, "Oh, hey there, bud. I'm going to be with you in just a second there. Just gotta grab some glasses there." And then kind of like gets up and he like, you can tell his joints are cracking as he stands up and he just kind of shuffles over there and he's like, "You look a little worse for the weather there, bud. What can I get you? You say you want some coffee or tea? Which one? I got both."
Xavier would like actually straighten his shoulders at somebody acknowledging him. There's words. Coffee, please.
Coffee? Yes. All right, I got you there. Do you like it black or do you want any milk or sugar in that?
I want the spoon standing in it.
All right, I got you there, buddy. Just hold on a second there. And he kind of like saunters off to the back. And you hear a lot of like whirring. You see some steam coming. Like you hear like something is coming out. And he comes out with what looks obnoxiously small in this guy's hand. Because this guy's standing about 8 feet tall. So it looks obnoxiously small, almost like a thimble. But when he sets it down in front of you, it's like kind of like a triple shot glass.
Roll for shot.
Say what?
If you want to make me roll for it, or Xavier is just shooting the entire triple shot.
Go for it.
What am I rolling for shot?
You are not rolling. You are just going to knock it back. And you, like, he watches you with kind of a smile on his face. You are immediately going to get 15 temporary hit points. And you feel so wide awake all of a sudden.
Oh, no.
I need 2.
Are you sure there, bud? Your ticker might not take it there.
At this point, Thevir, like, super wide awake. My good sir, my lady sweet, she has been quite amorous of late. I dare say that my ticker may give out with or without your magic juice. As of right now, this is what I feel like I need. This is what shall keep me going. There is nothing quite like what you have just served me. I would truly appreciate 2 more. And at that, Thevir will lay a gold piece on the table.
All right. And he'll sit there and he'll be like, well, all right. You can't say I didn't warn you there, bud. And he just kind of saunters back and he brings back 2 more of them.
I feel like at this point, like everyone else is kind of we're all just watching from a distance. Like, should we stop him? I feel like we should stop this.
Sorsha will give Kina a look and sort of like wink at her a little bit. Not in like an awkward way, but like almost like finger guns. I got this. And she's going to walk up to Thevir. I think we should go to bed, love. Yes?
Thevir shoots the first one and takes the second one into the room with Sorsha.
Make a con save as you take the second one. With disadvantage.
As Sorsha is obviously touching and being touchy-feely, she will cast Guidance.
Okay.
I mean, I will roll the d4, but I rolled a 19 and an 18. So con save, I have 27.
All right. So you are not going to take any levels of exhaustion.
Yet.
Yes.
But you feel your heart beating so fast. And as you are getting like walked up to the room by your lady love that Draz has procured for you, you fall flat on your face, dead ass asleep halfway up the stairs. From the ultimate caffeine crash. Because you're not meant to take 2 of them.
Did he spill the one he was carrying?
Sorsha, make a dex save real quick.
All right. If I catch it, I'm totally drinking it. Just
Go for it.
saying. I had to find a D20. It's a little one. You said dex save?
Yeah.
18.
18? All right,
Yes.
so as he goes to hit the floor, you miss catching him, but you do catch his hand enough to save the shot glass, and you say that you take it right away. So you will take 13 temporary hit points.
Yay.
And you feel just in such a good mood right now. It is even worse than before.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, in pure Sorsha fashion, she is going to cackle like a madman. Like, it's a very, like, unhinged, very, like, gutted cackle. And then she will take the drink and she will try to, like, pull Thevir up the stairs.
I will say, with the surge of adrenaline from this shot, you throw him over your shoulder and charge into the room. The wilderness must be explored.
All right. Well, he's asleep and consent is important. So, like, I'm just going to let him sleep. and we will fade into black depending on what happens during the rest of the night.
Oh yeah,
for
you can wait. Like he
here.
wakes up at some point, but back down to the other three. As that's happening, as Sorsha takes her man up to a room that you haven't even paid for yet, Draz.
Good thing that didn't happen in the hag cave.
I'm just gonna lean
That
over,
would've
and
been awkward.
we may want to pay extra money for cleaning after.
I am not paying extra money. They can pay extra money.
That is fair.
So, y'all looking for a few rooms? Gotta say, we get a lot of visitors here these days, but obviously your friends are going up there, so I'm kind of making an assumption there.
Yes, they are wed. It is fine. Don't know what kind of rules you have here.
Well, I mean, you pay for the room, you can use it how you will, as long as there's nothing illegal going on. As they hear furniture breaking. So what brings you to Ettermel there?
Oh, we're just traveling north.
Say, is there a library in this town?
Well, there used to be a long time ago, I'd say probably a few centuries, kind of up over there to the east end of town. There used to be one them fancy mage folk used to keep up, but that's been abandoned for a good long time.
Okay. Do you have any tea here?
Oh, sure. What kind you want? I got plenty of variations there.
Something herbal? Do you have chamomile?
Oh, sure. I got chamomile. There you go. And he kind of goes back and he comes out with the steaming pot already ready and just kind of. Do you prefer the tea leaves right in the drink, or do you prefer a bag? How do you like your tea there?
Oh, I mean, I don't want the tea leaves in my mouth when I drink, but do you mean like
No,
you
that's
have...
why you use one of these, and he holds up. Just he's got this little like sifter thing that you. It's one of those things where you put the tea leaves in there and you put it in the drink, but it's more natural than a bag.
Gotcha.
Like,
and Kina's just, yes, that please.
you all right? There you go. Would you like any milk or sugar or anything there?
No, thank you. Have you got any food?
Oh, I got plenty of food. What do you need?
Something healthy?
Well, I got pork. We got some beef, and like you hear the sound of like chicken kind of clucking, and then you hear a and then it's like, oh, and we got some chicken ready.
Given that Devere is knocked out, super sleepy, Sorsha's gonna walk downstairs and sit next to Kina, and she's just gonna look at her and go, "Hi."
Kina, meanwhile, is looking faintly nauseous from the chicken beheading she just heard, and just some fruit and vegetables if you have any.
I'll take the largest pork chop you have.
How about you there, little cat guy? You want anything there, bud?
Yes. I think that chicken sounds delicious. And maybe a little tea for myself.
Why is Jasper in this campaign?
That's not Jasper. That's completely
That is Jasper.
No, the tone
That's
is different. The
Jasper
pitch is
elongated.
Just because I don't have competent voice acting skills. I'm working on it.
I'm working on.
Yay. I act good.
Yeah, they prepare your meals. You get brought a lovely salad.
Kina's very thankful for that. And she's going to slide across however much she owes him.
Sorsha is going to put her hand on top of Kina's and sort of pull it back with the gold in her hand. And she will pay for the party's meal with the gold that she's got.
Are you quite
In
sure?
that case, I would also like an ale.
She will give Draz a head nod. Whatever you like.
Sorsha,
Yes.
with a certain feminine intuition, make a perception check with advantage.
Elaborate on feminine inspiration or intuition.
Go for it.
No, you.
As you're looking at,
I don't know what that means
Trust
from
me.
your perspective.
just
I'm
roll with advantage.
God, oh,
Like you're
Okay.
a girl and you know stuff.
I'm a girl and I know stuff.
Girls
I'm a
know
woman
stuff.
and I know
Frequently
stuff.
before men.
Not the dice that I want. God damn it. Okay.
And I did say with advantage, so and you can guide yourself
Oh.
as always.
Oh, that's not the right dice. I accidentally rolled a D30.
D30.
Yeah. I got a whole dice back. That is a whole other conversation that is irrelevant. 17 and 13. So 17? I don't recall remembering
Perception.
Hey,
So
Chief, what time of
17
day is it?
17 plus 7.
Afternoon. So 17 plus 7.
Yes.
You will notice that Kina has a certain glow to her. Her skin is looking just a little more radiant than usual. Her hair just a little fuller. I'm messaging you.
Oh.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can play it how you want.
Okay. I shall wait for said message.
There. Play that how you will.
So Kina was drinking tea, right? No
Yeah.
ale, no mead, no like hardcore like goblin whiskey or anything like that, right?
She's drinking chamomile tea and having a salad.
Yeah, she's not a V.
All right. Well, hold on. I feel like I have to message Danielle. So can the dudes RP for a second, please?
All right. So Draz and there's a lot of circles on my screen right now. Bill, you still with us, or did you step away for a second?
I am.
All right. So the girls are talking. Draz and Knight. What are you guys? Is there any conversation happening there?
So, Knight, what more can you tell me about where you hail from?
Yes. Well, you see, I hail from the land of the gods. It is a very lovely place.
Land of the gods.
Well, yes.
Okay.
That is why I came from the elevator.
Like,
The
what do you
elevator
do
of the
there?
gods led me here.
What do you do in the land of the gods?
Oh, you know,
Play
I
cards?
pray, I meditate.
Oh,
I wait for the gods to tell me what they need from me, and then I am but a servant of the gods. So when they ask me to do something, I do it. Hence why I am here helping you.
do they pay you?
I mean, what is money to the gods? Yes.
Well, I mean, if you sit around and just wait for their instruction and then do what they say and they're not paying you, it's not exactly a servant.
He looks very confused. I do not need pay when the gods ask me to do something. I am here to serve.
Hey, as long as
Money
you're
is
good
not
with it.
everything, my friend. The gold, it comes and it goes.
Yeah, that it does.
What of you? Are you not a servant of the gods with what you do?
I guess you could say that. I try and exact their vengeance on the enemies of Uznan.
Vengeance. And what payment do you receive for this vengeance that you serve upon the enemies of the gods?
Pure satisfaction.
So they do not pay you either, eh?
Plus, I get a little bit of a stipend from the military.
Ah, yes, the military. There are many ways to be paid in the world. But the gods provide how the gods provide, yes?
They do it that. You have any family where you're at, or?
No, I have my fellow monks. This is just us in the monastery. But no, there are no others.
Do you ever get lonely there? Or?
No, I have, as I said, there are other monks at the monastery that we talk or we pray together. And when the gods need me, I am there to serve. But what of you? What of your family, my friend?
Well, I have a dead father, a dead brother, a missing sister, and a mother I don't speak to.
Ah, yes, I see. That is troublesome. But what of the other princess? You seem to be friends with her, yes, no?
We're colleagues, yes. We enjoy a good working relationship. Although, I don't know if I'd call her a princess to her face. I don't think she's too keen on that.
Oh, they never are. Many of them are in denial. Yes, no, ladies?
I just,
It is sometimes hard to accept what you are. Some will fight.
But how do we know she's actually a prince? Like, what leads us to think that? Because she's pretty sure she's not.
I know what the gods have told me, my friend. So I guess if you do not want to believe the gods, that is up to you.
Well, it's not that I don't believe them. It's that I'm just curious as to the how.
How what? How she became a princess?
Yes.
Well, you know, when a king and a queen, they love each other very much, my friend. I believe if Thavier had not passed out, we might have heard a little bit more of an example.
Correct. But as far as I know, her parents are not a king and a queen. The little she's actually discussed of her family life, it's not good.
Well, that does not mean she is not a princess with a bad family. And you never know. How much does she really know? If she's in denial about it, maybe she does not know. unlike other people at the table who just do not want others to know.
I guess she is pretty closed off, but she seems pretty adamant.
Indeed, I'm sure she is. But that
Well,
I do not know why she is adamant that she is not.
well, maybe the gods will reveal it in time.
Ah, yes, my friend. They will indeed. They will reveal what we need to know, yes? Oh no.
Yeah.
And if
To
they do not
needing to know,
reveal,
and I hold up my glass.
ah, yes. Cheers.
Kina looks ready.
All right. So Sorsha is going to grab Kina's hand again and sort of like gently pull her away from the bar. And she is going to. Is there anywhere where they could potentially talk privately? Like maybe a dark, shady corner, maybe like an outside
Where
garden.
they could talk privately in an almost completely empty bar would be, yes. Like there's lots of places where you can
Okay,
go to get away
privately in an empty bar is not away from the rest of the party.
Well, yes, there are plenty of spots on the opposite end of the room that nobody is using. Looks like they haven't been used in months, if not years. So yeah, there's places.
She's bringing her tea with her.
That's fine. Would Kina prefer to talk outside or inside? Like,
Kina's very confused.
admittedly,
about
like
why
Sorsha's very
dragging
confused. She
her
just
off.
wanted to get Kina away from the boys and somewhere where they could have like a girl talk.
Kina's very confused as to why Sorsha is dragging her off.
Okay.
Because Sorsha hasn't, like, did Sorsha say anything, or did she just kind of grab her?
No, she wouldn't have said anything out loud, knowing what she knows and the boys being boys and stuff. But you would have gotten a very weird look, like, hey, we need to have a talk kind of look. And she would have looked you up and down, specifically your eyes, and then your tummy, and then back to your eyes, like, we need to have a talk right now. And then she would have grabbed your hand.
Okay. I feel like that's probably enough for Kina to figure it out, and, like, her face just goes pale white, and she just, like, she's going to... honestly, she's dragging Sorsha out at this point. She's just like,
All
yeah,
right.
we're going where we can make sure nobody can hear us. Like,
Good,
walking out of the town
I'm
if they
okay
need
with that.
to.
Good,
Like,
because
the
I
two
was
of them
going to roll to
just
see if
disappear.
Sorsha's voice carried.
Okay, so where is Kina taking us?
We'll
Honestly,
say you guys
away
are
from-
on like outskirts of town.
Yeah, she's
Like-
going, like, away from any people, like, where she can see around them and be confident that nobody is walking up, and far enough away that, like, she knows, like, if things get excited and voices rise, there's nobody near enough to overhear.
Oh, so in that
Okay.
case, towards the mine side of town, where it is very obvious nobody has stepped foot in many years.
There we go. She still has this mug of tea, by the way, but her hands is kind of shaking at this point.
Sorsha has not dropped her hand yet. She is very much in like almost a caretaker mode. And I think Brian could agree, given her time at the temple, she would have seen a lot of pregnant women. Yes? Okay. So with her hand still in your hand, she's going to look at you and go, when were you going to tell us, and when did this happen? And I'm assuming that Kina's like a little bit flustered, a little bit like, what the fuck? How could she tell? Like, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
She's a little bit like that. She's honestly just like, now that it's clear to her that somebody else knows, she's just kind of going into full panic mode, but like trying not to. She's like right on the cusp of that full panic that like you've never seen from her before. Like you're about to see Kina's walls come down. But she's barely clinging on to not panicking right now, so she's just gonna like be kind of like fiddling with the cup in her hands, and her face is just pale white, and it is quite complicated. And like Kina's never like, she never like loses her words, because like she's a princess. She grew up like, you know, you always have to know what to say and when to say it and how to say it. Like her buffering her words like this is not like her at all. You know, like you've probably only known her like a week at this point, but like you know that much about her. Like,
I mean, that's a Brian question, because I'm not actually sure how long I have been in the party along with Thevir.
I think it's only been about a week.
But I feel like it's been longer than a week, because we were just riding horses for 3 days.
It took you guys like a week to get to the town, didn't it?
That's what I thought.
So,
timeline-wise, we're looking at just shy of a month, if I'm keeping track of everything correctly.
I thought it was like 2 days till we got to the hike town.
No, it was. You know what? I am going off of Talon because he pays attention to the little things like that. So we're gonna say, yeah, just over a month. But here's where I'm gonna jump in, and in her response, Kina, who is usually so well from the worst case of somatic satiation on the word when, and trying to figure out how to explain that, which for those of you at home that don't know what somatic satiation is when you get stuck on a word and you say it so many times and think about it so many times that it kind of loses all meaning and just becomes a sound. And that's where Kina is currently at with the word when.
She's just kind of yeah, she's just kind of repeating that over and over. It's just like very flustered and pale at the same time. Like you've never, like she's pale white and also very flustered at the same time, and it's a very odd combination. And she's just like, her brain is just skipping and just like stuttering on that one word repeatedly.
Is there a spot where Sorsha and Kina could like sit down currently? He's away.
I think he's doing bad things. So I'm gonna say yes, there is, because he's not going to say no.
Right, like there's got to be like a set of stairs or something, or like
there's
a
always
bench,
a ground.
maybe. Like, oh yeah, let's do that. Sorsha will sort of sit on the ground, and her hand will still be in Kina's. Like she's very much like in mom mode. So like as Sorsha sits down on the ground, her hand would be up above her head, and she would just kind of give you a look like, do you want to sit? And she'll pat the ground next to her.
Kina she'll fall down, and like you'll notice as Kina like just starts stuttering more, like her hand is just like shaking violently at this point.
That tracks.
You know what? Let's call it make a charisma save.
Who?
Kina.
Sorry, that was funny.
15.
15. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have Sorsha do the same thing because of my experience with how women work.
I feel like you should not say that ever again in the future.
Sorry. But I found this to be true more often than not. I'll say it that way. My bad.
18.
18. All right. So with that, Kina, you are well at the point where you are just starting to cry. Like, it's just coming out, like, all these emotions, everything to do with Theron, everything to do with what's been on your, like, in your head, what everything, all
Honestly, it's just been
rushing
years.
down on you. Tears. And with that save, Sorsha, you kind of start, well, crying for a fire genasi. Does that work?
It's just steam.
Steam?
No, I mean, I don't think this is something that she would necessarily cry tears about, but I definitely think that the embers on her body would be a different color.
Go with
based
that
on
one.
her emotions. Yeah.
The however she
So she's like
tears of gasoline.
Where her embers are normally like orange and yellow and red, some of them are purple out of nowhere. Let's go with that.
Yes. However, you show that emotion to empathize so well with this friend that is just at her wit's end and seems to be emotionally just letting it all out. Magma tears.
And like again, Kina is like always put together. Like she does it. She's very stoic. Like does not lose her composure ever. And like she's just like for the first time, she's just since you've met her at least, she's just full on sobbing.
She's like super sobbing or like half-ass sobbing, and like woman to woman. I'm assuming like you know the difference. Like there's like there's a different there's so many different ways that we cry.
True. It's like one of those weird sobs where it's like a confused and overwhelmed sob, and like a very scared sob with like there's just so many emotions mixed in. Even Kina's not entirely sure all of what's going on in this sob.
All right, hold on.
You just need a good cry. That's okay.
And she's just like blubbering, just like it's called. I don't know how to explain this.
And Sorsha is just going to squeeze her hand. I'll wait till this is done. And she'll sort of raise her eyebrow and tilt her head. I know all too well how emotions are overwhelming. So you take as much time as you need.
You will see Kina just kind of like rocking back and forth with like her cup of tea, and her hand just like clenched around something that's hanging on a chain around her throat. But she's just like fully trying to anchor herself via like whatever is on this necklace.
Would I have to make a roll to figure out what exactly is on the necklace that she's pulling at?
I would say at this point, you have traveled enough to know that on a chain around her neck, she wears a very obviously hand-carved wooden ring.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like this absolutely gorgeous ring. And it's like very Kina, like the kind of ring where you see that and you're just like, oh, that is absolutely something she would wear. And you're kind of like, why isn't she wearing
that? You would see Sorsha kind of eyeing that necklace with the ring on it, and she'll nod a couple of times, and then she'll tilt her head. I don't mean to pry, but you are my responsibility, And I feel like I could help you better if you were honest with me and told me the whole story. If you're not ready for that, and she'll sort of like squeeze Kina's hand just a smidge, not like breaking hand level, but she'll definitely give her like a squeeze.
And I don't know how to explain. My mother brought me into a different timeline, except my mother is dead, but apparently a goddess, and apparently I don't even know, and Theron was alive, and now I'm pregnant, and I never even got to tell him I loved him before he died.
And Sorsha will raise both eyebrows. Oh, that sounds like a lot to unpack. Do you want to say anything else about it?
Just crying noises. Just like the crying takes up a notch. Because at this point, now that she's finally talking about it, it's just like there's so much stuff that she has not been able to talk about.
Okay.
She's just kind of, because it's been a month, and then before that it was about 2 weeks since we landed on the island and everything went to shit and Theron died in her arms. So like it's just been like a month and a half of absolute hell, and like where like she lost the one person she would talk about things with. And I mean, she was on this trip because she was running away from things to begin with. So like now it's just all coming out all at once, and it's just like she starts to get a little bit out, and then the crying just amps up a notch.
All right. So I'm a little bit grumpy because I do not have the spell Calm Emotions prepared. I'm not even sure if that's a druid spell.
Spell, not a druid spell.
Oh, what? It's a cleric spell? All right. Well, apparently it's a cleric spell, but Sorsha is going to just sort of hold her arms out. She will drop Kina's hand out of hers and hold out her arms within a reasonably respectful distance from
Kina's
her own body.
Immediately going into that hug.
All right.
Which again, not like Kina at all, but she just immediately just throwing herself into that hug.
Sorsha Loki thought that like Kina hated her, so like the idea of Sorsha comforting Kina is like, oh damn. But she will absolutely hug Kina, and she will just hug her, big squeezes, like no holds barred, like 100%. Like Kina is getting an entire mama bear hug in this moment.
And Kina is just like kind of sniffling against her shoulder. I don't know what to do.
And Sorsha will move her head, and she'll sort of not whisper into her ear. It's not like an intimate thing, but she'll sort of move her head just enough so just Kina can hear her. And she will say, nobody ever knows what to do. I promise.
How do I go home when this is over? If this is ever over, and tell my father that I am pregnant and I never even did the thing needed to get pregnant.
That sounds like the worst.
And Sorsha would say, memories are a fickle thing, my dear.
I would know if I'd done it.
Would you? Everybody told me that I was left at a temple as a baby. But then all of a sudden a random dragon was telling me that I remember things. So, no. Memories
Kina's
are
gonna just like
nonsense.
And just like wiping at her eyes, just Sorsha, you don't understand.
And Sorsha, as like Kina leaned up, would 100% keep the hug. Like she's not moving from that embrace.
And she's just gonna lay out. Theron died weeks before I even met you. There is no logical way I could have ever slept with him. We hadn't even told each other how we feel, and she's just gonna like show off this ring, and I didn't even know about this until I found it in a letter in his pocket when I put him on a funeral pyre.
Well, half of them.
Yeah.
Sorsha would take her hands away from your shoulders and sort of wrap them around your waist in a really big hug. And she would almost like feel weird about it. Like she definitely feels weird about that. And she would say in your ear, I feel like you don't have all the information.
I mean, do you remember in the Hag's Cave when we woke up, we took that rest in there because we all almost died to those weird giant lizard things.
That doesn't matter, Kina.
No. Hold on.
It doesn't, because that's not what I'm asking.
No, but
and she would like, she is going to like grab your face with both of her hands and like distance you away from her. So like you were definitely looking her in the eyes because she wants to make eye contact with you during this conversation. That is not what I was asking you.
Okay, but I need to explain how this happened. So she's just gonna like kind of bat your arms away and just we woke up and V and I had different clothes on, and there was a reason. While we were asleep, we were brought to an sort of an alternate timeline by the Lunari sisters, and apparently my mother is one of them now, and I still don't understand what is going on there, except she said that now my bloodline is divine, and I don't know. There is this whole prophecy that I heard when I woke up. But anyways, we came back wearing the clothes that we wore, and apparently it was more than just the clothes that came back with us. Because I was pregnant in that other world, and now I'm pregnant here. And in that other world, I had Theric and my mother and beautiful children, and I have none of them here.
Do you not want to be? And she will give you like the most serious look. And you know Sorsha as like, at least as far as you've seen, she's been happy-go-lucky and super silly and super affectionate. But if she gives you almost like How I Met Your Mother, you're dead to me look, like when she's saying that.
So what exactly is she saying?
She's asking if you want to do this, if you want to be pregnant.
Oh. And Kina's just gonna like go very still and just like for a long moment just kind of blank, and then just, I mean, it is the worst possible time. But I don't think I could bring myself to, and I not to say like if I truly did not think, I don't know. I have thought about it, but I just
you don't know, and that's okay. That
not that I would judge somebody else if they did. Like, I don't know if you've like
look. This isn't about anybody else. This is about you and what you want from this point on. This is about me knowing and sensing what, and just sort of like eye you up and down, knowing what's going on, because you will not be able to hide this for long. And if you want my help hiding it, tell me. But when it's not possible, we can't. I need to know what you want to do. I hate being, and she'll sort of like shrug her shoulders. I am not meant to be a leader. I am a fire dancer. And I am nobody. I am an ant in a world of grasshoppers. But in terms of the way our party goes, I am the one who's supposed to take care of everybody. I am the one who is responsible for everybody. So I need you. Maybe not in this moment, but at least in the next few weeks, at most 3, to decide how you want to handle this and what you want to do. Can you do that? I admire you in some ways. I think that you are somebody that would have been my best friend in a past life. But that's not what this is about. So you need to think long and hard about what you want, because that is all that matters to me. What you want. What Draz wants, what Thevir wants. And she'll sort of like tilt her head a little bit. Given I know what he wants, what V wants.
Meanwhile, Kina's just looking at her with like
person, and she'll sort of like tilt her head and make a gesture towards Friar Knight, and just like shrug. This is my job. This is my responsibility. Everybody with us is our responsibility. You are my responsibility. The child you're carrying is my responsibility. So I need to know in a couple of weeks what you want to do about that. Can you do that? Can we be sworn to secrecy? Absolutely. I'm not going to tell anybody about this. Because if you wanted to tell people, you would have. But, and she'll sort of like shrug a little bit playfully. And she'll boop your nose. Druids can sense new life. We're kind of sanctioned to nature.
Kina's just gonna kind of nod, and I don't think I'm ready for everyone to know yet. But I know I need to tell them eventually, and I just don't know how yet. And
I'm playing out with it.
it's so odd, Sorsha. I thought I'd lost him forever, and now apparently the Lunari might have brought him back, and I don't know where, or if he's alright. And now apparently I am carrying his child, and I never even got to tell him while he was alive that I loved him.
So,
you know, that's like,
is your predicament about love or responsibility?
yes.
She will nod.
I have never not been responsible in my life.
She will tilt her head at that, and
Except for when I ran away, okay.
no, it's not that. It's that even without a roll, DM pending without a roll, Kina could sense that Sorsha was thinking about all the random animals that Kina has befriended and added to this party.
See, she doesn't view that as like her not being responsible. She views that as like she's just kind to animals.
Yeah, but adding a random animal to the party when we're traveling and almost going to die, más o menos.
We added one animal.
For now.
She just thinks that's what druids do.
Who have you included?
We
the cat
adopted
that you
one
just picked
animal.
up?
Does cat people count?
Laramie the bird just started following me.
I was gonna say, I think there's 2 because we have a bird and like a random raccoon.
The bird is
The bird just
above
started
table.
following
The bird
me.
is kind of a familiar.
Kina doesn't
Kind
really
of-
understand the deal with the bird. The bird
Yeah.
just kind of showed up and doesn't want to leave.
The bird showed up a couple days after her mom died. It has just not gone away.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
And like with that, Kina's like,
So Sorsha's kind of like noticing that she's like, are you saying that she's questioning the responsibility thing with her just affinity for animals or
No, this has nothing to do with animals. This has everything with Sorsha knowing what child labor and the birthing process is, and it has everything to do with Sorsha not 100% knowing Kina. The only thing that she 100% knows about Kina is that she's a princess.
okay?
And
So when you asked for the roll, what were you asking to roll for to figure out?
I
That's
don't
what I'm-
remember. I was RP.
That was like 2 minutes ago. I can't remember.
Totally important stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm sorry.
I'm
thought
sorry.
you
I'm RP.
I thought you were asking for a specific roll to figure something out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going.
were you asking me to make, or no? I think you were asking to make like, you were asking if you can make a roll. Were you asking to make like an insight roll or something?
No, I was saying that if you have to make a roll, you could not make the roll because insight-wise, Sorsha's
Oh,
being
got it.
100% genuine.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
She is 100% genuine. Yeah, like Kina legitimately, and Kina's just gonna like at this point, because like again now the dam is broken. She's just gonna kind of info dump, and
That's fine.
or actually before that, she's just gonna kind of look at you. No, she's gonna info dump first and just. Years ago, my mother got sick, and we tried everything, and nothing worked. And Theron was my rock through the whole thing. You never met him. He died before.
I'm pretty
No.
sure we all saw him, and you would see like Sorsha make like an eyebrow raise and like tilt her head as you're talking.
Yes. Well. That. Yes. So. Anyways. And she's just gonna blush furiously for a moment. And then okay, at this point you all know I am a princess. Fine. I
And
know
at that
I-
moment, Sorsha would sort of clam up a little bit. Her body language would change. And she looks almost empathetical. Like she very much has empathy towards Kina about her situation, but she also has this look of not everyone knows the truth that Kina would pick up on.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the truth at this point. But
And Sorsha will. Did you say that out loud?
what? Well, that was me
That every-
responding to you.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because, as far as I know, some people know you're actually a princess. Sorsha may have outed that you are a princess to V, because that's
Yes.
what she was told. But you and V have not had that conversation yet. So, like, V, in Sorsha's opinion, has been a little bit betrayed by you because the information has not been given.
I feel like in like the time since then, like, because we probably discussed a little bit how like, we fell asleep, we went into an alternate dimension, and like, okay, cat's out of the bag now. Kina's definitely a princess, like, so like
No,
at this point we're all kind of on the same page.
V does not actually know that you're like, she knows that you are, as far as I know, because I told her, but you've never actually had that conversation with her, which is like a whole thing.
it kind of happened a little bit like in the Chrono Vectora thing and that alternate timeline where the two of us were like, so I have some explaining to do. Sorry? Not sorry? Kind of sorry?
Sorry, not sorry.
Anyway,
but she's just gonna kind of info dump like about how her mother died and she knew what the rest of her life was going to look like, a continuation of what her life had always been: pretty princess in a gilded cage, political marriage, the whole 9 yards of what is expected of her. And she wanted to make a name for herself beforehand, so she just starts telling this, and I to just kind of go back into character, I wanted to do something as me, not just as Calantha, as me. And I don't even know how to explain it, but Thared and I, we left together and we got on the ship to explore this new world, and then we ended up in this world and all the things happened since that about. But when we first landed that first day, our ship was attacked by this thing. It was like a giant turtle. I don't even know what, but it killed everyone on our ship, including Theron. And I found this, and she's going to hold up the rain again. When I put what was left of him on a pyre, and then the Lunari sisters came to take his soul, and my mother was with them, and I was, ever since then, there was a fourth moon in the sky. And then those weeks ago when we were in the Hag's Cave, V and Draz and I ended up in that alternate timeline, and in that alternate timeline, my mother was alive, and Theron was alive, and we'd never gotten on that damned boat. And we had a life, and we had children. Oh, Sorsha, they were beautiful children. V taught them how to throw knives, and I was not happy, but that is beside the point. They're so beautiful.
Sorsha would giggle. Of course you had beautiful children. Of course V taught you, your children, how to throw knives, and she'll sort of like tilt her head back and forth. I don't know her very well, but it makes sense. But that is irrelevant to the question that I asked you. Do you want this? And she will look into your eyes and look towards your stomach and then look back into your eyes to go away.
And Kina is just gonna like automatically kind of like scrunch up, like so that like her limbs are over her stomach, and just, no, I don't want it to go away.
Okay. Well, then for your own sake, and like she gives out this really big sigh. Like it's one of those sighs where you can sense her exhaustion. And she just looks at you. She's a little bit smirky and a little bit exhausted because, as far as I'm aware, she has not been fully healed or we have not taken a long rest. So she looks tired. Her embers, where they are normally bright and vibrant, her embers are dull and cold. They look more like a fire pit at the end of the burning wood. She looks tired. And she will look at Kina and straight up say, well, if that's how you feel, I think the rest of us should know. But I will never out your secret. And she'll sort of shrug a little bit, trying to like play it off. You have the right over your own body and over your own secrets and what you tell me. Or us. And she'll sort of like raise an eyebrow. And despite what you tell the rest of them, I will protect you with tooth and claw. Okay? And she just gives you a smile. And without an inside check, you can even tell that she means it. She would protect you with her life, even if you didn't tell the rest of the party what was going on. Just that she feels responsible for you because of what her spy daddy boss said, I guess.
Spy daddy boss man.
Yep.
He's gonna love the report. He's got it coming. Somehow, the princess
He's
who
just gonna
told
be
his
like,
bodyguard
looking
was
at-
pregnant.
He's just gonna be like listening to this report, like,
Sorsha would low-key not include this in her report because she meant what she said about to Kina. She wouldn't break her secret. If Kina wants to tell Boss Daddy that she's pregnant with some weird guy's kid from way back in the day, fine. That is Kina's business. But Sorsha would never, ever break that trust. She's got boundaries.
she's got boundaries.
On Kina, and you're gonna see in Kina's face, like she's just gonna kind of like see this in your face that you're dead serious.
Dead
And, like,
serious. Absolutely.
And you're gonna just see like this look of like absolute like wonder and relief, and like Kina's just gonna grab her in a hug and just thank you. And just like you can feel what, like she's starting to get emotional again, and then after a moment she's gonna pull back and do you really
No,
think
not
we
pulling back.
can be friends?
100%. Like, as you pulled back, Sorsha would absolutely like pull you back in for that hug.
Just gonna like stay into her neck, like do you really like muffled against your shoulder, just do you really think we could have been friends?
Sorsha will immediately grab Kina's shoulders, one in each hand, and like pull her back, like, whoo, and look her in the eye. Are we not friends? Are we not friends? Because I really thought we were.
I've never had a friend before. Darren was the only friend I ever had.
Oh,
And then Kina's just gonna hug her again and just thank you for being my friend.
and Kina would feel sort of that head nod in the crook of her neck. I will always be your friend. I'm here. I'm a little confused because I'm not used to being the leader of anything, but I'm here for you.
I
And
can
I will
help
be
with
there
that.
for Draz, and I'll even be there for Thevir. And Kina maybe could feel like Sorsha's heartbeat go faster because any thought of
Thevir.
Thevir makes her heart race so much faster. And he would feel a nod in the crook of your shoulder between your neck, and I don't even know about this weird Friar Night guy, but
I mean, the sisters sent him, so I trust their judgment. And then, like, as she feels your heart kind of like pick up its pace at like the mention of Xavier, Kina is gonna giggle into your shoulder and just, I don't know how I am the one in this position and you aren't.
how old are you? And like in that moment, she will absolutely like ungrasp from the hug and sort of just how tall is Kina?
She's about average height for a half elf.
Okay.
but she's in essence a young adult, like kind of right on the adult side of.
You said that she's like mid to late 20s is what you said.
Okay.
She's what?
So which is it?
Mid to late 20s.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I said that back in the day.
So she's a baby?
I had nothing to do with this whole thing. I hope
Hey!
you know.
Wait a second. I'm not a baby. I'm in my mid to late 20s, and I'm not a baby.
Okay, an elf in their 20s is definitely a baby.
Elves reach
No,
maturity
but
at like 80 or
as-
90.
Half elf.
Yeah.
Half elf in their 20s is still a baby.
I think he was like translating it into human terms, but like more or less, like
All right.
she's in that stage if she were human, but just in half elf years.
Okay.
She's at the age where like where she
Half
not
elves mature at
having
the same
spent her
rate as
life.
humans. They just live longer.
Yeah, true. But more or less, Kina's at that age where, like, if she hadn't spent her entire life learning how to eventually manage an entire kingdom, like, her default for everything would be like, Mom, how do I do this? Like, at any obstacle. She's in that stage of her life still.
Mom, how do I set up a debit card? All right. Well, for inclusivity, for one, I'm going to say both of you can take an inspiration for that whole scene because that was wonderful and that was great conversation. Well done. We're going to shift gears for a time to Xavier, who is currently in a blissful afterglow sleep. And as you fade into this world of dreams and relaxation, all that keeps on flooding your mind all of a sudden is questions.
This does
Did I
not
go into
seem
a
like
program mode?
the post afterglow restful sleep that Xavier was looking for. What kind of questions is going through Xavier's dreams?
I see in the notes, am I still coming across as a robot to anybody else, or am I clear?
You were sounding robotic to me, too.
Yeah, same.
Okay, let's call a BioBig real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and restart my computer while we're running that. So if you give us 5 minutes, we'll be right back. Find it. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I think. Do we have everybody? Is Ducky's back? I just see avatars. I hope they're back. The crickets aren't filling me with confidence. Do I sound better though? Am I good?
You are still robotic on my end. Selkie is putting kiddos to bed. But other than that, we are all good.
How am I to you, Danielle, Jason? Am I still shitty?
You're better now.
A little better, yeah.
Well, this is the best I got for tonight. It might just be some shitty internet on my part. Who knows? But either way. All right, so to here. As I said before break, he was deep in the afterglow sleep, relaxing, enjoying the rest. And as you're resting, you end up in one of these states where you're in almost a lucid dream, but not quite. You're not quite in control, but you're aware. If that makes sense. And all that starts firing at you is questions. Just what question? It's hard to pick one out. They are just rapid fire coming at you, and you are trying to come up with answers to questions you don't know. And it gets really confusing in a moment. And then all of a sudden, you are just walking through a forest. It's a lovely forest. It's a picturesque forest. In the middle of a moonlit night, all 3 moons are above you. They are full. Sorry, all 4 moons are above you and full. The forest is lit up before you. And suddenly you feel more aware than you were before. It becomes a full-on lucid dream. So as you're standing here in this moonlit forest, what do you do? Still there, buddy? And can anyone hear me? Did I go mute? Am I still alive?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
here?
good.
Yeah, we can hear you. They might just be doing parenting things.
Wait, what? I've been here this whole time.
Well, I was talking. I was saying what's happening to Thing here, and now he's not giving me anything.
Oh, no, he's tucking in kiddos.
We thought you were tucking in kiddos.
I did, but parenting is weird, and sometimes the kids want dad, not me.
Valid.
Well, that's awkward.
I know, it sucks. And like I have no idea what was said before because I was trying to tuck in the kiddos. And
I was saying what Xavier was going in after the break, and he was like, I'm here. And then I was like, okay, this is what your character's going through. And then it's like, he's not here. So you're none of it. That's fun. Anyway,
So does our food show up if we're?
I mean, yeah, your guys' food showed up, so yeah, you guys can have a conversation. We'll say that the girls came back, so because that can make this even more fun.
Wait,
I
we go
will
back-
say that like Kina and Selkie are probably like sitting very close together, and Kina's like you can tell Kina's been crying a little bit, and she's also just like she's staying very close to Sorsha, like unusually close for Kina, like practically like leaning on her.
Well, as soon as y'all walk back in, you'll see Friar would be like, "Ah, the ladies, they're back. We are done talking amongst ourselves just now."
I, as a Midwesterner, appreciate the yes no because there's a difference between a yeah no and a no yeah and a no yeah no.
All right, yippers, ye buddy.
Yeah, but
That's right.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Anyway, continue.
We yes, we are finished with our discussion. Thank you.
Oh, very good, very good. I would hate for there to be secrets between anyone, but anyway,
Everybody's
secrets are
okay.
never good for anyone. But you're here just in time. Your food seems it is ready.
Splendid.
You must make sure you keep up your appetite. Yes, no.
At that, Sorsha's gonna tilt her head, sort of do a happy dance, and look at Friar Knight. What does your happy dance look like? What is your favorite food? And she'll just tilt her head back and forth, like debating if she wants to say the next thing.
My happy dance? I do not have a happy dance.
Really? That's a shame.
Oh, I do not know. I don't know. Do everyone needs a happy dance?
Everybody needs a happy dance. And at that, Sorsha would immediately sort of break out into a spin. And everybody would see her hands kind of create a flame, and her hair would be on fire. And she is definitely still very hurt because we haven't taken a long rest. So she looks a little pathetic in terms of her embers and her mannerisms, but she is
You guys
very
would
much
have had a long rest in between. Like,
no.
never
Shush.
mind.
And that
Got
Kina
it.
has definitely
It took me a
had
second.
cure wounds on her multiple times.
It took me a second to get. Yep,
Shush.
got it. Understood.
Shush.
Wow, I missed that. Where's my head at tonight? Shit. For once, I'm not having it go. All right. Do we have a Talon back yet?
Unfortunately not. I am chopped liver in terms of children tonight. So
And chocolate.
That's just the way it goes sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
seeing how your spark isn't quite the way it is, Friar will say, "Well, I do not know if I have a favorite food, but I know." And he'll pull out his staff, but then there's some berries up top. My berries here are very healthy. I do enjoy them. You should try one. Maybe it will help give you back your glow. Yes, no?
So, in the mid of her dance, she is going to extend her hand. For a dance.
Oh, for a dance?
Yes.
Well, he will pull off one berry, toss that to you, and take your hand. You should still try this. It may help. But come on. But there is no music.
At that, she would definitely tilt her head in confusion.
Can I
I'm
pull out my
sorry.
lyre and start
There is-
playing music for them?
Ah, very nice.
You pull out your lyre, and I will say that the rather large bartender pulled out a fiddle, which looks comically small in his hands, and he starts playing fiddle to accompany your letter and gives you some music to dance to. Can everybody give me a perception check with disadvantage, please?
Can I give myself guidance for this check, perhaps? Maybe.
Sure.
Yay.
16.
24.
24 with disadvantage?
Yeah, that's my best roll ever. I rolled an 18 and a nat 20. You made me waste a nat 20.
5.
20.
Oh,
5. Sorsha, what'd you get?
A very dirty girl 20.
All right. Continue. Play it up. Soak up some time.
Was that, you say continue?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just keep going.
Wow, even with the 24, nothing, huh? Rude. All right. Yeah, so I guess we'll dance. Although I
And-
guess
Sorsha would just kind of look in his eyes. What did you mean by 3 princesses? And she will give you like a very cute smile. Like you could probably tell without an insight roll that she is definitely trying to get information out of you.
this is as I said. There are 3 of you. There are 3 princesses. This is what I said. And Jewel, he will whisper in your ear, with what you are changes you are going through, you should really make sure to eat something. And spin your out.
All right. After that very ball-ish spin, she's gonna look at you and go, changes. I haven't changed in a while. And she will sort of bring you into a waltz.
Well, I mean, each of you go through your own changes. I know you and Kina go through different ones. Each blessed by something different. Like the silver dragon and your interaction
when
yesterday.
you mentioned Kina, she's 100% going to put her finger on your mouth. Define that. Kina may be a druid, but we are not the same.
Oh,
And then
no, of
she will
course.
take your finger from your lips and go back into the waltz.
Oh, of course you are not the same. You and the dragon and your interaction, do you not feel different after that?
In my head, I am imagining that Friar Knight sort of does that weird dip dance movement. Am I wrong?
Oh yeah, we're still just going through the dance, chit-chatting, if you will. Quietly
Alright.
chit-chatting.
All right. So, Sorsha is going to give him a "you are dead to me" look. And then she will try to find where Kina is and give her a glance.
And as you're
And-
doing that, he will continue to talk, unless you're going to do something else real quick.
Nope. By all means, continue to talk. I'm curious.
He will say, remember, I am here from the gods. Do you think they do not send me prepared? And he will tell you, I am but a humble servant. I am here to ensure the safety of the princesses, of their gods,
Stop
and to ensure
calling me that. And Sorsha will absolutely pull Friar Knight into a tango. Just to change things up.
and the last thing he'll say, and ensure their lineages continue.
And he would absolutely
Oh.
get like an ick look about lineages continuing from Sorsha. Like, that felt icky.
What?
And she will just continue dancing as he talks. Because clearly he has information that she wants. And Sorsha is obviously a babe, so she's going for
Nice.
it.
Let me be clear. I do not claim to know everything. I do not know every secret of the universe. I just know what I have been told by the gods. And I am here to assist as necessary. If you have questions, ask your questions. And if I can answer,
See, in my head, I feel like this is the moment in like Chuck and all of the dancer movies I've ever watched where like in the tango scene, he holds her leg up to his thigh and she's just like, tell me everything you know. Because this doesn't make sense to me. You are a stranger. Insert random tango dip here. Please, I beg of you. I need information, and you are now under my protection. So do tell everything you know.
under your protection. Oh, very nice. That is good to know. Just know you are under the gods' protections. All of them.
Mm,
Well, maybe not all of them, but I think you know the ones.
And she will flash you a look of pure devastation almost. Or what god do you think I worship? And she will willingly twirl with you as we dance.
Worship. I do not presume to know if you indeed worship them. But what I know is you are, maybe not the, I know you dislike the word princess. And before you get upset at me, I do just kind of lump you in with the other two. Do make it simpler, yes, no. You are not much. To be a princess, there would be a bloodline. You are more of a chosen, if you choose. If you choose. Yes, no?
Why do you keep saying? And Sorsha would stop dancing and immediately like mimic your posture. Yes, no.
Why do I keep saying yes, no? It is a question. Does that not? Maybe it is a habit of mine.
But why is it a habit of yours? And she would immediately, like hand to hand, start dancing again.
Why is it the habit of anyone to do what they do? I ask yes, no, as if, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I say?
She would give you a goofy, like, giggle. Just tell me what you mean to say. Because this, whatever facade, and she'd tilt her head back and forth, that's not even the right word. You are new here, so you should be honest. You are the one that, to be honest, I'm not sure about.
With that, he will stop dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And he will say, I understand. It is hard to trust, especially when someone shows up acting like they know everything. This is what I know.
Oh, really? You're going to just randomly tell me all of the information that you know? Did I do something right? And she will like
Have I been hiding something?
you.
Maybe I have not been clear. I know the gods have told me, as I said, that you have a choice in the future. You have been chosen by the gods, by the god, the dragon that you talk to. You must decide, as anyone else, what path you will go down.
What do you know of the dragon that I talked to?
I know of the silver dragon. And I admit, I know of the conversation. I do not know her grandiose plans for you. I just know she has plans for you. As the gods have plans for anyone. If you ask me what specifically the plans are, I cannot tell you that. I cannot. Not because I do not want to, because I do not know. They have not revealed it to me, and I do not know if they've revealed it to you. I do know that whichever way you go, the gods have told me to help you, as they've told me to help the others down whichever path they choose to go down. As I am a humble servant.
Well, in that case, if you're supposed to help me and the rest of and she will look at everybody else in the party. How do you intend to do that? Because as far as I know, we have a job to do, and I'm responsible for everybody. And I hate that. I hate it. And like she will break the dance to sort of like put her hands up in her hair and like, it's a whole moment for her. And then she will immediately grab your hands back in the dance.
And then he'll start back dancing, and he will say, again, I do not have all the answers, but I do know it is difficult to be the one in charge. You cannot do it all yourself. Much like the gods, they cannot do it all themselves. They have those who will help them along the way. Those who they will ask for assistance from.
And
or as
in that
gods
moment,
ask.
she will cut you off and she will put her hand on your lips for like a millisecond before she starts dancing with you again. And whatever reason we're dancing again, she is going to look at you straight in the face. Her face is upset. Her face is almost diabolical and confused. And she's going to look at you and she's going to say, "What do you know of my God?" And she'll raise an eyebrow. "I don't think you even know my God."
As I said, I do not know everything, and I do not claim to know who you serve. I just know if there's another god you serve other than the dragon, to be told, I do not know that. And I do not know.
Gods? And you can like see her attitude like changing. Like she's so grumpy. Because as far as Sorsha knows, she only serves one god. And she is challenging you in terms of your questions and your knowledge of her. And she is just dancing to dance at this point. But she also wants answers, which is like a whole thing.
I gotcha. I'll let you stop and think about it for a second.
Okay.
And okay, so mostly some confusion because I'm not really sure how to answer that. When you ask, "What do I know about the God you serve?" There is genuine confusion on his face. Like I do not know if you serve the dragon.
See, I
I
feel
know
like
the dragon has
this.
chosen you
I feel
for a
like this
task.
is a DM question.
What's up?
How much does Fryanite know about Havos, the god that Sorsa is?
Well,
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Knight would know much.
Okay.
Bill, maybe not.
Mhm.
Maybe not, but like it's the whole thing.
Well, as I said,
Yeah.
I don't think Knight
I've
knows
been
that's
trying
the
to
one
tell
you
Bill to
serve.
check his messages.
Oh, have I not been?
He hasn't been. But you know,
What? I'm in the conversation. Sorry, I'm not.
perfect. And I'm not hating you for it. He's sitting here saying, I don't know. And I'm like, motherfucker, message you. I'm giving you the answer.
All right. Can I?
Okay, well, okay.
Something? Wait. Can I say
Wait,
something?
wait. Bark.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
Don't tell
Sorry.
me to bark. That's rude.
I'm not telling you to bark. I'm saying I heard somebody barking at me, so I barked back.
But Friday Night is pissing Sorsha off. Like he's very much like not having a vibe. So Sorsha is going to twist around and grab Draz's hand and pull him into the dance. And she's just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm sorry I don't know you like this, but can you save me from this situation?"
And then she dips out and just leaves Knight and Draz dancing. Sorry.
No, it's
Funny
up to
visual.
Draz. It's up to Draz. Sorsha is so confused.
And when you walk off, I go, "You should really take that berry. It might help."
Might have, mommy.
Take your medicine.
But
Kina's
you
gonna just
asshole.
Kina's gonna just slide a mug of tea across the bar to Sorsha where she sits and then just sit next to her and are you okay?
I don't think Selkie knew you were talking to her.
It's okay. It's okay. So,
Yeah, we lose them at really inopportune moments.
I guess when Draz is pulled up next to me, I'll be like, "I don't think we are going to dance, my friend. I seem to have confused her. I seem to have frustrated her. Yes, no?"
It
Yes,
appears that may be the case. The hooves kind of get in the way of dancing anyway.
And bloop, there goes Selkie.
And
All
the
right.
internet's probably
So
gone.
what we're going to do in seeing Selkies have dropped, which I'm guessing is leading towards weather problems that they said that they were incoming. But we will use this as a perfect opportunity to end for the evening. So tune in 2 weeks to figure out what happens to here. What's funny is that we still didn't get to the major. I was trying to get y'all to, but hey, that's okay. Hopefully, we'll be back next time. So here at the end of the night is usually when we do what's going around in the Nexus. I'm going to turn my camera on this part. Bam, there we go. So what is going on in the Nexus is that we have Threads of War tomorrow, in which you will see Danielle up where I am. You will see me down where she is, along with the others. I think we're missing
we're missing
Sean.
Sean tomorrow.
So we get a Bill, but we miss a Sean. Oh. Selkie is back. Mr. Selkie is not. But yeah,
Wait,
we're just
I'm sorry, whether it's bad. What?
That's-
I heard Silky and I'm like, ah!
It's all right. We figured now is a good time to wrap up anyway.
Okay.
But so yeah, you can tune in tomorrow to see Threads of War. Thursday, I think Bill is doing a Talkwork Nexus, maybe?
Yes, maybe.
Yes, maybe?
I gotta talk to the guest because yes, no? Who knows? We shall see.
We shall see. All right, so maybe there will be a Talkwork Nexus if you want to tune in for the podcast. And if you don't catch it live, you can catch it on what are we on Spotify?
Spotify and Amazon.
Spotify and Amazon. There you go.
And
So you can check out our podcast there. Super cool. Friday, we, weather permitting, are supposed to have Universe's Worm, I believe. Right? That's this Friday?
Should be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's this Friday. Where you can tune in to see. I think Hannah's going to be back in this one because we didn't quite finish what's going on with her. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question for Talon. But tune in on Friday for Universe's Worm. And then next Monday, 1 week from yesterday, we are very excited because Southern Lights kind of fell apart for the other half of Uncharted that we were doing. We did pick the most reliable players that we have and set on making a new campaign to alternate on Mondays to this one. So on next Monday, which I believe is the 8th? I think, right?
Yes.
6/8?
Yes.
Yeah. So Monday, 6/8, you can tune in to our brand new campaign that we are kicking off. It's called The Crown and the Wolf. I'm really excited about it. I've been talking with others, getting their backstories up and going. It's going to be a little darker, a little more, not quite horror themed, but kind of horror themed a little bit. Bringing in some darker themes, some more intense themes, I think in a good way. So tune in for that. Check it out. There's going to be some really good stories. There's some really good characters in that one. There's going to be some good stories that will come out of that group. I know it. So tune in for that. And that's what we got going on here in the Nexus for the next week. So, like I said, tomorrow, Threads of War. Talkwork Nexus on Thursday. Universe's Worm on Friday. Then The Crown and the Wolf next Monday. So that's a full slate. That's going to be pretty good. Yeah, if nobody else has anything else, I think we'll go ahead and call it a night. What do you think, guys?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? All right. In that case, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for playing. And we will see you guys next time here on the Clockwork Nexus. Good night, everybody.
Night, guys.